Okay, we'll give Lynette a minute to get in. Hi, and thank you for coming tonight to the Delaware Readiness Team's Kindergarten Academy, Language and Literacy, Reach Out and Read. That's a lot of mouthful there. So if you don't mind, we have some other people coming in. If you don't mind muting yourself so that other people can't hear you or can't hear the background noise, it makes it easier. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we're going to start out tonight. I picked a story for us to read. And I picked the story because it's about winter and it also, and for some other reasons that you'll see. So our story is called Paul the Penguin's Polar Plunge. So there's Paul. And that sure does look like a winter scene, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So the author of our story is Essie Bell. She's the one who wrote it. And it's illustrated by Cedra Aftab. An illustrator is the person who draws the pictures or paints them or produces them in some way. So let's begin. In southernmost Antarctica, an egg began to hatch. A little penguin stumbled out onto the icy patch. Now, Antarctica is a place way, way far away down at the bottom of the earth, and it's always very icy there. And penguins are types of birds, and we know that birds come out of eggs. So inside this egg, there's a penguin. He looked around, and there he saw a penguin standing close. I'll name you Paul, my little son, and always love you most. So as we can see from the pictures, there's a special kind of penguin called the emperor penguin. And the emperor penguin's daddy is the one who keeps the egg warm and safe while the mom goes out looking for food. So it makes sense that when the baby hatches, the first one they see is their dad. So with each day, Paul grew and grew and played upon the ice. He loved his life and always thought that it was paradise. Paul learned to waddle penguin style while sliding all around. He loved his days spent on the ice, for it was his playground. If you ever have seen penguins, videos of penguins playing, they have a lot of fun out on the ice. They can slide on their bellies just like sleds. So he loved playing on the ice. But then one day, he saw his friends who talked out near the ocean. He waddled over, asked, "What's up?" and felt a new emotion. They asked if Paul had heard the news. It's just a few more days. We're almost big enough to swim and in the water play. So when penguins get big enough, they can go and play in the ocean, in the water. Now it says Paul felt a new emotion. I wonder what emotion, feeling he's going to feel. He slowly turned away from them and walked off on his own. It was the first time in Paul's life that he felt all alone. Not only did he feel alone, he also felt so scared. Paul never thought he'd have to swim, and he felt unprepared. Poor Paul. He's feeling really afraid, isn't he? He is, and he feels all alone. He doesn't think anybody else is nervous about it. He knew his life upon the ice and felt safe in the sun. Paul didn't seem to understand how swimming could be fun. The water seemed so dark and gray. It wasn't what Paul knew. He didn't want to learn to swim. The thought made him feel blue. As days crept on and on, Paul watched the others from the side. The day was coming soon that Paul and friends would have to try. So boy, even though he's watching the others do it, he's still not sure about jumping into that ocean. It's still a scary thought. You've been to the beach? The ocean can be pretty scary sometimes. It's big and it's loud. At last, the scary day arrived for them to take the dive. Paul slowly walked towards the edge and hoped that he'd survive. Poor Paul. He is really, really worried. I wonder if he's going to actually be brave enough to jump in. What do you think? I hope so. Let's see. Next page. But then he heard his dad's deep voice. Oh, Paul, you seem so nervous. Son, you should know we're made to swim. You'll always find the surface. And I'll be there to help you learn. I'll stay close by to guide you. So close your eyes and jump on in, my boy. I'm here beside you. So I bet Paul feels better knowing that his dad believes in him and being reminded that penguins' bodies are made for swimming. Paul's dad helped him feel so brave, he leapt up in the air. Paul dove into the water's chill. A new world was down there. Paul loved the feeling of the sea as it went rushing by. He moved and swam around with ease. Paul felt like he could fly. So boy, he got his brave self going right into that water, didn't he? And once he jumped in, he felt good about it. It was fun. He looked below and saw his dad and friends were swimming near. In shock, he saw how blue it seemed. The water was so clear. This is amazing, Paul exclaimed. There's so much to explore. I never thought I'd feel this free next to the ocean floor. So wow, he's having a wonderful time. I'm glad he jumped in. The water isn't scary, Dad, and swimming is not that hard. I didn't know that I'd be safe when I let down my guard. Paul learned that he could do hard things if he would only try. He didn't need to stay afraid and let life pass him by. So boy, Paul learned an important lesson that day, one that we all have to be reminded of, even grown-ups sometimes. You know, when you're having to do something for the first time, it's scary. You have to be brave and try your best. Okay? And that's the end of our story. Paul the Penguin's Polar Plunge. So, Paul the Penguin's Polar Plunge. Do you hear lots of P sounds there? Look at all Paul, penguins, polar. Lots and lots and lots of P's. So I've got some P's up here on the board, and I want us to practice them. And I want you to practice too. So get your writing fingers ready. Okay? I'm going to tell you what to do. We're going to make bunches of them. Okay? So we're just going to start at the top, and then we come down in a straight line, and then we go back to the top, and we make a nice big fat hump on the front. Okay? That's your P. And then for a lowercase p, it looks exactly the same, but it starts down in the middle of the line. So it goes down and it hangs down below the line, straight line down, and a nice big fat hump on the front. Good. Do another big capital letter P. Come down, nice around, and a lowercase letter P. Straight down, back to the top. Nice big fat. Good job. How about one more? Let's try one more set. Capital letter P. Okay, comes down, nice and big and fat at the top, and then the lowercase p, straight down, and make your P, make your fat part at the bottom. Good. Now, you can practice on fabric. Like my shirt is bumpy, so I could practice making a P on that because it feels different. You could try it on your pants and in the bathtub. If you've got some shaving cream around your house, if you spread some shaving cream on the side of the bathtub, you can write in that too. And when you're done, Mom can clean it all up. Your bathtub will be sparkling and you'll be smarter. So it'll be all good. Okay. So give it a try when you take your bath. Sound good? All right. So we know how to write P's. Let's see if we can find them. Okay. I hope you can see my finger. So I'm going to point to the letter. If it's a P, okay, you're going to thumbs up. If it's not a P, thumbs down. I'm going to put an X on it. All right. Are you ready? Okay. Let's start with this one. Is this a P? Can you see it? Let's see if I can get it closer. Can you see it okay? Yes, that's a P. It's kind of like the eye test. Everybody got their glasses on? Okay, here's the next one. Is this a P? Oh, no. That's not a P. That's an S. How about this one? P? Yep, that's a lowercase. How about this one? Yeah, capital letter P. Yeah. How about this one here? No, that's a T. How about here? Nope. It's an R. How about this one? Is this a P? Yeah. How about this one? Nope, that's a Y. It hangs down like a P, but it's not one. Okay, next row. Ready? How about this guy over here? You're ahead of me. You already knew that L's not a P. How about here? Yes. How about here? How about this one? No. Can you see this one? No. How about this one? Yes. Is my finger in the way? There. Or how about here? Look how smart you guys are. You got your eagle eyes going tonight? All right. How about this one? That's a Q. How about over here? Good job. All right, next row. Ready? How about here? Nope. That's what my letters, that letter is what my name starts with, a B. Nope, still not. How about here? You got it. You got it. How about this one? That's with Zorro, right? Z. How about here? Yes, yes. And this one? Nope. Okay, I'm going to trick you in a minute. How about this one? You're right. You're right. And now I'm going to get you. How about this guy here? What do you think? You're right. That's a Q. See, he curves around backwards. I thought I was going to trick you on that one. Okay, last row. Ready? How about this guy here? Yes. And here? Nope. And here? Nope. How about over here? And here? Good. And here? No. And here? You're so smart. And here? No. And how about here? Great. Okay, now we've got all the ones crossed out except for the P's. Now we're going to find the capital and the lowercase, okay? So now we're hunting for capital P's. If it's capital P, I'm going to put a circle around it, okay? So capital P is yes, is thumbs up. If it's a lowercase p, it's going to be a thumbs down, even though it's not a bad thing. It's just going to be that thumbs down, okay? Ready? How about, now you got to look at the lines. How about this one? Is it capital or lowercase? That's right, it's a capital. So I'm going to circle it. Okay, now this one, it's kind of down a little bit. So how about it? Nope. How about this one? How about the one next to it? Can you see it? Yeah. Good. And how about this one? Can you tell? Nope, that's right. It's a lowercase. All right, next row. How about here? Is that a capital? It's a big one. He's up tall and high. How about him? Very good. Very good. How about him? Capital. Yes. We're going to circle it. And how about this guy? Yes. Look at you. Very good. All right. Down here. No, that's a lowercase. And this one is a capital. And this one is capital. And this one is capital. And this one is, nope, that's right, lowercase. And then this one is, very good, capital, very good. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 capital P's up there. Very good. Pop, 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 pop. That's the P sound. So now we're going to talk about the sound P makes. We've written it. We found it. Let's talk about the sound P makes. So penguin, Paul the penguin. Say that to yourself. Paul penguin. That begins with the P sound. Can you feel it? Put your fingers here. You can feel the air coming out. You feel it? All right, so we're going to decide if the word, I'm going to show you a picture, if it begins with the P sound or not. Okay, ready? Here's your first one. Say it to yourself. Pizza. Let's begin with the P. I'm going to cover up the words. How about this one? Zipper. No, good, right. Thumbs down. Nope. I forgot to give you the directions. Thumbs up for P, thumbs down for no. Okay, next word. Ready? Pillow. 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 It does. Say it to yourself. Pillow. All right, next one. This is a goat. G, goat. G, g. Good, that's a no. You make the G sound way back in your throat. Okay. These are peas. It only makes sense that peas would start with a P sound, doesn't it? Okay, next one. This is yummy. It's a pear. Say it to yourself. Pear. Feel that? Very good. Okay, the next one. Mom cooks in this. It's a pan. Pan. Very good. Yes. Okay, next one. Another delicious fruit. This is a, can you see it? Banana. Banana. It kind of looks the same on your mouth, but it's a banana. And then the last one, this little stinky guy, he's a pig. Pig. Hear the P? You can feel it? Okay, very good. So our P words were, say them with me if you can see them. Pizza, pillow, peas, pear, pan, and pig. Good. You guys are great at this. All right, so we talked about beginning sounds. I have some more of these P words. I'll try some more. Shouldn't have taken those down. How about this? You know what he is? That's a paw print. Yeah. And do you know this one? Do you know what that is? That's a pigeon. You're getting better at it? Pigeon. Do you know the books about the pigeon? Have you heard the pigeon stories? He's a silly bird, isn't he? He is so silly. How about hat? Nope. How about peach? It helps to say it to yourself. Peach. Good. Just a couple more. Paint. Paint. Good. Let's try one more. Ready? Leaf. Leaf. See how my tongue curled? Oh, yep. It goes over here. It's not a P sound. Very good. So these P words were paw, pigeon, peach, and paint. So as you're going out and about with your parents, I want you to look around and see what you can find that starts with the letter P. You can look for it in signs and look for the letter, or you can look for things that start with a P, okay? Okay, so you got homework, all right? Okay, so I told you I picked the book for more than one reason, not just because it was a winter book, but also because it had rhyming words in it. Rhyming words are words that start differently, but they end the same. So in the first sentence, we have hatch and patch. Those words rhyme. Hatch, patch. Okay. In the next one, we have ice and paradise. They rhyme. So does around and playground. They rhyme. They sound the same at the end. So now we're going to see if we can decide, up and down again, what rhymes with penguin. It ends with an in sound, okay? So it's going to be different at the beginning, but it's going to end with an in sound. How about this one? Chicken. Penguin, chicken. It's a little hard to tell. Yeah, it does. It rhymes. It says in at the end. It doesn't look the same. Okay, it's not always spelled the same. How about the next one? Cabin. Penguin, cabin. Does it end with the in sound? Yes, they rhyme. Okay, how about this one? Snail. Penguin, snail. Do they sound the same at the end? No, no. Snail and penguin do not rhyme. Okay, next one. This is an engine. Engine, penguin. Yes, they rhyme. Do you know the story, The Little Engine That Could? Did you get that from Dolly Parton? Do you have the Dolly Parton book? I hope so. Okay, next one. Rose. Rose. Penguin. No. Mountain. Penguin. Mountain. Penguin. They say at the end. Okay, this is something we have to take sometimes. Medicine. Medicine. Penguin. They rhyme. It's harder is harder. Penguin was kind of a hard word to rhyme with. Let's try just a couple more. Chair. Penguin, chair. No. Okay, how about these two? Two babies at the same time is a twin. Twin, penguin. You got it. Very good. All right, last one. Ready? Snowflake. Snowflake. Penguin. No. Okay, very good. You're good at that. And penguin's a hard word to rhyme with. I didn't give you easy ones on that one. Let's look at the rhyming words for penguin. We've got chicken, cabin, engine, mountain, medicine, and twin. And they rhyme with penguin. Okay. They end in the same way. So finally, sometimes I bet you would like to hear a story, but there's nobody around to read you the story. And it's hard to read the story all by yourself. So what you can do is you can use the pictures in the story and tell it to yourself. You can look through the book and tell yourself the story using the pictures and trying to remember what comes at the beginning, the middle, and the end. So I took some of the pictures out of the book. So let's see if we can do it. Stories begin with once upon a time, okay? Once upon a time, way down in Antarctica, an egg cracked open and out popped a penguin. Remember? Okay, so that happened at the beginning. And who do you see? His father was there and he said, I will name you. What was his name? Do you remember? Paul. And I will love you forever. Okay. So Paul the penguin grew and grew and he loved playing on the ice. Remember? Okay, so that's the beginning of the story there. Penguin, father, loved playing on the ice. But then in the middle of the story, Paul heard his friends talking about having to go swimming in the ocean. And how did Paul feel? He felt scared, didn't he? He was nervous. Every day he thought about it. Did he start to feel better? No, even when he watched the others, he still didn't feel good about going swimming in the ocean. Until finally the day came and he was so afraid when he went out to the edge. But who helped him? Do you remember? His dad, that's right. Just then he heard his father say, don't be nervous. You were made to swim and I'll be right there with you. Okay, so get towards the end of the story. So Paul got himself together and he jumped right in. He got so brave. He jumped right in. And once Paul got in the water, how did he feel? Felt great. He said, this is amazing. I love swimming in the water. So tell me, do you think that Paul and his friends had any other adventures once they were in the water? I bet they did. I bet they did. So you know what you could do is you could draw some pictures of what you think what they might do. And then you could ask one of the grown-ups to write down what you tell them about your picture. Okay? And then you've got a new story all of your own. You've become an author and an illustrator, just like big people are. That's all they do. They just think, I wonder what might happen next. And they write it down. So you can try doing that too. Okay. And you know what? If you can't remember the story of Paul, do it with one of the books you have that you like. Maybe they're in a new place. What would have happened to Paul if he was in Florida at Disney World? What might he be afraid of then? Maybe he would be afraid to go on a roller coaster. Mr. Johnson was when we went to Disney World. He wouldn't go on the roller coasters. Paul might not either. Okay? So think about it. See if you can't make your own stories, all right? Thank you for coming tonight. I've enjoyed being with you, and I hope you had a good time doing some of our activities. You can do the same kind of things at home by yourself, okay? Or with your mom's help or your dad's help.
All right.
All right. And next time when I see you, I think we're talking about math, aren't we, Miss Diane? Is it math next time? I haven't looked ahead.
Next time we are science.
Science.
March 8th.
Okay, we'll do some science experiments. Good. All right. Well,
Thank you.
you're welcome. You have a good night tonight. Okay.
All right.
All right. And be
You
ready.
too.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.